Red Dead Revolver launched in 2004 for the PS2 and first Xbox. The first entry to the Red Dead franchise, but Revolver is not a prequel, with Redemption being a reboot. I've always had this game in my backlog. I have some memories of watching my cousins play the multiplayer mode back on the original Xbox. Those nuggets of memories are all I knew about the game, so I was excited to jump in and experience the game for myself. Please leave the video a like and subscribe as well. They both help me out a lot. Thanks. The game stars a dude that looks an awful lot like John Marston. This is Red Harlow, and you'll be playing as him for most of the game alongside a few other characters. The game starts with Red as a kid. His father comes home and gives Red his old pistol, since he got a new revolver to match his buddy Griffin. Raiders attack and kill your parents. One of the game's antagonists shows up and insults your father, but Red grabs his father's revolver from the fire and shoots this dude's arm off. With Red's right hand burned, this makes him wear that signature red wrap on it. We jump forward to Red as an adult, and the game has you taking down other outlaws, raiders, and just straight up boss fights in a linear mission structure. The bosses are bounties and have a clunky health bar that can be quite spongy early on. You'll continue to do jobs for the sheriff and come to meet some allies, like Jack Swift, Annie Stokes, and much more. The game holds up really well, I think. Controls feel really responsive. I like being able to move on a dime, especially in a game like this where positioning is so key. I say this because a few of the early missions you're in a small arena with bad guys rushing you, ending up with a boss fight. As you move further through the game, you'll be given various objectives which can vary from defending someone, something, or having a main objective that you gotta do. The shooting is a little weird at times. The guns seemingly all use projectile-based bullets, meaning you have to lead your shots for anyone further away. But all the weapons have different stats. You can have a pistol and a rifle, with the pistols being more efficient for closer range. You can swap between them using the left bumper. Between stages, you can change your equipped weapons, and you see that the guns degrade as you use them. The effective range and damage will decrease as you use them, but repairing them doesn't cost very much. You will also be able to buy new weapons and throwables at different points in the game. A complaint I had was that the rifle on your back was very often right next to or even blocking your crosshair. This seemed like quite the oversight, but I had to get around this by moving around the camera more often to give myself more of a periphery of what I was aiming at. Another standout feature in the game is the dueling. This consists of using the right stick to control the crosshair during a short slow-mo section. The crosshair will turn yellow to open red to closed red, each to show the accuracy of the shot. You need to get enough shots in to take down your opponent. This is pretty easy early on, but later on in the game, they give you more than one enemy you'll have to deal with at a time, and it can get quite tricky. But they were generous enough to give you a checkpoint right before the duels so you can try again soon after. The game is very arcadey. As you take down enemies, they'll drop floating weapons to replenish your ammo and health vials to top you up. I was also surprised at the verticality that the game allows. Red can jump, and at a good height too. You can reach some of the higher areas that some of the enemies shoot at you from. It really helped mix up the gameplay when at times it could be quite repetitive. That's the gist of the game. I played it at a solid 60 frames per second on Xbox Series X and really enjoyed my time with it. The spongy bosses were probably the thing I disliked the most, but older games like these tend to have a few flaws that can be overlooked in my opinion. I think the game is worth checking out, just for the sake of seeing the early days of how Rockstar made their games. Leave me a comment if you played it or if you plan to. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe.